All right, let's jump right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we are going to unpack something you've probably interacted with half a dozen times today without giving it a second thought. I am talking about the modern interior door. Now, you might be thinking, come on, it's just a piece of wood on hinges, right? But, as we're about to discover, this everyday architectural element is actually an absolute marvel of modern engineering. It's hiding a surprisingly complex anatomy right in plain sight. Think about it. We open them every day, we lean against them, and let's be honest, we occasionally slam them when we're in a hurry. But we rarely look inside. We interact entirely with the surface, usually just judging a door by its color or its handle. But the true quality, that satisfying sound it makes when it clicks shut, the physical weight of it, the perfectly smooth swing, all of that is dictated by an unseen structural world existing just beneath that sleek exterior. And that brings us to the core thesis of our explainer today. As our source material directly states, your door is more engineered than you think. We aren't just looking at basic carpentry here. We are looking at precise, multi-layered engineering specifically designed for long-term durability, acoustics, and seamless aesthetics. So, let's start unpacking exactly what that entails. Take a look at this beautifully finished room. You've got a seamless, rich wooden surface perfectly flush with its frame, adorned with a super sleek, minimalist handle. It looks effortless, right? It looks simple. But that flawless aesthetic is literally just the cover of the book. To get that perfectly flat, unwarped, silent closing experience in a high-end luxury interior, you actually need a highly specific combination of materials all working together perfectly.
Section 1. Anatomy of the shutter.
The absolute secret to a premium door is its heart, the solid plywood core. This is the foundational inner layer of the shutter itself. You never see it, but it provides the essential structural stability and durability beneath the exterior finish. It's the exact component that prevents the door from warping over time as temperatures and humidity inevitably change. Plus, it's what gives the door that substantial, really high-quality heft when you push it open.
So let's build this structure from the inside out. Methodically, a modern flush door is constructed in very distinct layers. First, you have a sturdy hardwood frame acting as the skeleton. Second, that solid plywood core we just talked about totally fills the center. Third, a premium laminate is applied to the faces to give us that flawless visual texture. And finally, a matching edge band wraps the sides to completely conceal the inner layers and protect those delicate edges.
When you pull the pieces apart like an exploded 3D model, you can clearly see the exact sequence of all 5 key components. On the far left, component 1, the hardwood frame that actually mounts to the wall. Then component 2, the main shutter itself. Inside that shutter is component 3, the solid plywood core providing that rigid structure. Covering that is component 4, the premium laminate giving us the beautiful wood grain finish. And peeling away on the far right is component 5, the matching edge band that seals the whole system together. It's basically a highly precise sandwich of materials.
Section 2. Precision hardware and details. 35. That number is absolutely crucial. The shutter thickness is exactly 35 millimeters. And this specific measurement isn't just arbitrary. It is the absolute sweet spot for a premium tactile experience. It's thick enough to feel incredibly robust and effectively block out noise, but perfectly proportioned to swing smoothly on its hinges without requiring massive, clunky industrial hardware.
Now, speaking of hardware, a premium core obviously demands premium accessories. This system utilizes 304-grade stainless steel hinges, which are highly resistant to corrosion and built for sheer longevity. Then there's the premium lock body, ensuring a really smooth, secure mechanical action every time you turn the handle. And finally, the aesthetic touches, like a subtle groove detail that just adds this fantastic layer of sophisticated design to the otherwise flat surface. The really crucial point is how all of this feels in practice. Getting up close with those robust 304-grade stainless steel hinges, they are totally engineered to carry the weight of that 35mm thick solid core shutter effortlessly. And the premium lock body sits perfectly flush against that subtle, meticulously machined groove detail. The physical feeling of opening this door, it's a direct, intentional result of these highly specific engineering choices.
Section 3. The technical blueprints.
There's this really fascinating contrast going on here between the aesthetic surface and the structural foundation. What your eye actually sees on the outside is just a flat, beautiful plane, but behind the scenes, architects and designers are relying on meticulous geometry, mathematical planning, and incredibly precise clearances to make that beautiful plane actually function in a three-dimensional space.
When you look at the technical blueprints, the rigor involved is wild. The sectional view shows the precise relationship between the wall, the frame, the shutter, and the laminate layer. Then you have the frame detail getting incredibly granular, calling out exact dimensions like 32, 65, and 45 over 40 millimeters. These are not guesses, they are exact calculations required for a flawless fit. And the swing clearance diagram, it literally maps out the exact arc the door will take on the opening side, making absolutely sure it operates smoothly without binding against the frame or dragging on the floor.
Section 4. Hidden in the details.
So, zooming back out to that completed luxury interior, perfectly integrated into the space, you are seeing the culmination of literally everything we just covered. The structural stability of the hardwood frame, the heft of the solid plywood core, the flawless finish of the premium laminate and edge band, the totally silent operation of the 304 stainless steel hinges, and those mathematically perfect swing clearances. They all come together to create this totally effortless, sophisticated look. The complexity completely vanishes, leaving only elegance. Which brings us to a beautiful concluding philosophy straight from our source material. Good interiors are hidden in the details. True luxury and high-quality craftsmanship aren't always about what is loud or immediately obvious. Actually, more often than not, they're about the unseen engineering, the hyper-precise measurements, and the premium materials operating quietly in the background to make your experience seamless.
It kind of completely changes how you look at a room, doesn't it? So I'll leave you with this. The very next time you pull a door shut behind you, take a second, actually feel the weight of it, listen for the click of the latch, and ask yourself, what hidden engineering is operating silently right there inside your hands? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and remember to keep looking closer at the everyday world around you.